Hi, James.
I'm
How are you doing today?
a little off today.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about what brings you into counseling?
Well, I recently lost my job, and as you can see, I had a son, and he's young. Um, and I'm just feeling a little anxious and depressed about not being able to provide for my son.
Okay. So I'm hearing that you're feeling anxious and depressed, and this is coming from not being able to provide for your son.
Provide and go to work and do the things I'm supposed to do. What society expects me to do.
You feel like those things you're supposed to do are those things that society says you're supposed to do. Okay. So it's maybe kind of those stereotypical roles that people fit you into.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when I go out during the day, or if I have to run to the store to get something for JR here. I feel like I have these people looking at me like, hey, why isn't this guy at work? Or, you know, what's this guy doing?
Okay. So would you say that you're feeling judged by others at this point?
Yeah, I feel like people look at me as like a slacker or something, somebody of that nature.
Has anyone ever kind of come up to you and said anything about that, or is this something that you just feel within yourself?
Nobody's ever came up and said anything to me, and I don't know if anybody's ever actually meant to give me dirty looks or anything like that, but I feel like people are watching me and judging me. And
Okay, so you feel like you're being watched and judged, and that's really uncomfortable.
yeah, and it kind of affects how I feel about my self worth. And it's just kind of hard sometimes, I guess.
Right. You're just having a difficult time even functioning on a daily level.
Yeah, hey, sometimes it's like, yeah, I look at him and it's like, hey, he needs something, and it's like I don't even want to go outside because I'm afraid of what it might feel like. I want to go to the store sometimes.
So these feelings have gotten even to the point where you're almost hesitant to leave your house. Okay. I heard you mention too that you feel as though you're not really providing for your son.
No, not in the way I'm supposed to.
So is there anything maybe that you provide outside of the financial realm?
Yeah, I mean, I do a lot of things for him. Feed him, change him, spend a lot of time with him, love, care for him, but those things don't put food in his belly and diapers on his butt.
Right. But there is still those things that you're providing for him, and that's really important because those are really necessary too.
What do you mean?
Well, giving him love and giving him attention, those things are very important. And to recognize in yourself that maybe you're not providing the financial side of things right now, but he is really gaining a lot from you.
He's young, you won't ever know that. You won't remember this.
Maybe not, but he'll feel it.
So what can I do? What should I do? How do I change this?
Well, let me first ask you, what are your goals of counseling here?
um, um, well, obviously being able to leave my house, and obviously people work 24 hours a day. Just because you're out in the middle of the day doesn't mean you're not working. But I guess it's more of maybe what I'm putting on myself. I guess being able to take some of that off, maybe uh, understand that, like what you did say, just because I can't, it's just because I'm not ringing a paycheck right now doesn't mean I'm not doing anything for them. And I know that, but it's very, very difficult to actually be able to trust yourself with that. And I don't think that's the right way to say that, but getting yourself to believe one thing versus what you've been ingrained your whole life to do is two completely different things, I guess.
Right. So there's really not that congruency there that you're feeling like you should be providing one thing, and inside you know that you're providing something important, but your heart and your mind kind of aren't synced up on that.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you know what, that makes, yes. Yeah, I think that's pretty much.
Okay. And I also heard you say that you're kind of putting it on yourself. What do you mean by that?
I guess this is pretty much the first time since my working life that I wasn't working, and have not worked for a prolonged period of time.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe that might be a lot of it too. I've pretty much held a job since I was 14 years old.
Okay.
It's just something very, very new and unpleasant.
Right. So this is a whole new experience for you, something that you haven't had to deal with before. Well, something to kind of help with that, we can definitely discuss some different resources that you can use in the community. I'd be happy to make a referral for you to a career counselor if that's something you'd be interested in as well.
We can maybe discuss that later. This is some working and having a job. Like I said, I've worked since I was 14 years old. It's never been difficult for me to find a job. And this is, I don't know, I guess, I don't know if I'm looking for somebody to get me a job. I need to get myself one maybe, but maybe that's part of my problem. Maybe I need to accept help.
Yeah. Well, definitely, there's no shame in accepting help. That doesn't, admit failure. It's just accepting that community support that you might need. And having a support system can really help you in all areas of life. In fact, I myself have been unemployed before and faced these types of emotions. And I know it can be a very difficult time. And I can even see right now you're clenching your fists. You seem pretty anxious. Is there anything you like to do in your daily life to relieve stress?
I like to fish. I like to hunt. I like to spend a lot of time outdoors.
That's great stuff. I would suggest trying to do a little bit more of that. Just try to relax a little bit, take some time for yourself. Maybe take your son for a hike. Do fun things that way. And maybe even in counseling, if you're interested, we can work on different relaxation techniques. Simple things like deep breathing or progressive muscle relaxation that you can do at home, even when you're lying at bed at night. That can just kind of help to relieve that anxiety.
Are these things you did when you were unemployed, like you said?
Yeah, I mean, it helps me a lot. These are things I do even now just to relieve stress. It's simple, 5-10 minute exercises that you can do on your own.
Okay.
So we can definitely go over those types of things in later sessions.
Okay.
So today, basically, we've discussed the fact that you've lost your job, you're feeling anxious, depressed, you're beginning to feel like you can't really function in your daily life, that you're feeling trapped in your home, you're unable to go out during the day, feeling judged by others.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of tension in your body, and that's kind of causing some physical stuff for you too.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be a process of work, and we can work together from here to relieve some of that stress and hopefully get you on the path to feeling better about your situation.
Okay. And how long do you think this will take?
Well, it's different for every person. So we'll work on a case by case basis or a session by session basis, and we can meet as often as you would like for now. But for we can keep it short term if you'd rather, and as well as seeking the career counseling or that type of thing. Any kind of help you'd like, I'm more than happy to make any referrals.
What if I come in and I just don't feel like talking?
That's fine too. If you come in and maybe you just need to sit here and take a breather, just take a moment from the outside world, that's fine. If you feel safe here, I'm more than happy to provide that time for you. So thank you so much for coming today, and I will see you next time.
Thank you for your help.